GoodRX out with third quarter earnings this morning. First report since going public in September. Co-founder and co-CEO Doug Hirsch, a disruptor, joins us now. Doug, always good to see you.
Good to hear from you, Jim. How are you?
All right. Your excellent letter to shareholders, you say something that's pretty trenchant. For too many, healthcare in the U.S. is expensive, complicated, and confusing. Every year, Americans pay more out-of-pocket costs and face more insurance hurdles and restrictions. What are you doing about it?
Honestly, we are here to just help Americans get the healthcare they need at a price they can afford. It's what's been driving me for over a decade. We want to build America's leading healthcare consumer-focused platform, and we're just so proud to be doing it. I'm so proud to say today that we've done over $25 billion in total prescription savings since inception. We're rolling out all sorts of new services, especially to help people during COVID and to continue to help people get the care they need wherever they need it. We've done a whole bunch of new work with rolling out mail order services for both GoodRX Gold and Hey Doctor, our telemedicine subsidiary. And we're just super, super excited to be able to continue to deliver on what we've promised, which is helping Americans figure out this very complicated and broken healthcare system we have in this country.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. What if you were President-elect Biden, called you in and said, look, this system, even within Obamacare, is nuts. How would you fix it? What would you say?
Honestly, it's hard, right? I mean, we've had employer-sponsored healthcare here for, I think, since World War II, right? And we've never been able to come up with the right solution. What I'm trying to do, honestly, is just give consumers all the knowledge they need so they can treat their healthcare like buying anything else, like buying a TV or buying a car or buying travel. I think consumers should be able to make choices around what healthcare is best for them and find affordable solutions. Our healthcare system is just too expensive, right? Americans spend $4 trillion in this country. And I think there's so many ways that if consumers take action and have the tools they need, they can bring that cost down and we can do it ourselves, right? And look, I hope politicians will help. We've been around for a decade and we've been waiting for better policies and things to fix. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep giving consumers the tools so they can do it themselves.
Well, I first had you on because you saved me $50,000 a year for medicine that was generic, that only one company made. It was not, my insurance company would not pay for it. How are you able to find prices for something that I'm paying $50,000 a year for that I ended up paying $12,000 a year for?
I mean, as I think you know, Jim, pharmacy is just broken, right? Pricing in healthcare is so wacky. The $20,000 Band-Aid, the $100 million drug. And what we do is we just try to bring all the information together. Every day, we get more than 200 billion, if you can imagine this price points. And we sift through all those and with savings tips and various ways consumers can save. And we find the best price for you, the consumer, regardless of whether you have insurance. We just try to make it simple for people. We try to bring rational thought back to an irrational industry. And it's been such a pleasure to help Americans save over $25 billion. And again, now we're delivering drugs to their doorstep when they need it. We're providing telemedicine services so they don't have to leave the house during COVID. We're just trying to fill any gap we can fill. And, obviously healthcare pricing is irrational, and we're going to do what we can to fix it.
Yeah, Doug, it's David. On that subject and building on Jim's question of a moment ago, though, what are your expectations under a Biden administration in terms of how things are changed and how your business may be impacted or is going to need to change as a result?
Sure. I mean, well, first we have a pandemic to resolve, right, which is, of course, crazy. And, we're all sitting here on Zoom. And one of the interesting things about the pandemic has been it's really disrupted healthcare in so many ways. It's made every player in the system need to look at how they do business, right? So things like, for example, again, delivering meds to the house, seeing a doctor online, all these things are exploding, and we want to be there to fill that gap. Okay. Any new administration that comes in, we've been working on this, we've been working at GoodRx for over a decade. We've seen lots of administrations come and go, and Obamacare is here or it's not. We're here to work with whatever administration to make sure that we find Americans the solutions they need. And, there's always going to be gaps, and we're going to fill them.
Okay, so, Doug, people looking at the stock and saying, well, these guys had a loss. I know I had said that you guys are profitable. I think you have to explain to people that there were costs to going public that really did impede your profitability. We're mostly really just investing at this point, to be honest. I am so excited, honestly, to fill in these gaps and to be the healthcare front door for consumers. I have all these incredible tools and products that we're rolling out to try to anticipate and engage with consumers, but even before they know they need the healthcare, to reach out to you and say, hey, it's time, for a doctor visit, or it's time to get that refill, that medication. And so we're going to continue to invest to make sure that we can, cover the whole healthcare gamut, both prescriptions and the rest of care too.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.